Okay, we are live. The transfer window is just about to close, and I'm hoping we're on the verge of getting a few players in, seeing where the dust settles. I'm going to be reacting to some news. Oh, mate, it looks like we could potentially be getting Igor from Brighton. That looks to be like the most likely one, which we'll talk about in a second. Oh gosh, it's we definitely haven't got any players announced at the moment. But we're going to be talking about it. Have we got enough in? We're going to find out as we go live. Let me tweet this out. As people should hopefully start joining. What a deadline day, eh? It's been drama for a lot of clubs. Shout out to the two Billies in the chat. We got two Billies. Shout out to both of you. Yeah, honestly, I'm hoping for some announcements. I really am. Yeah, we could get a couple of signings in. Check this. It could be potentially Oliver Glasner leaving Crystal Palace if they sell Gahey. If that happens, I don't care. Whatever happens, West Ham, go and get Oliver Glasner at this club. Go and bring us Oliver Glasner. Evening, everyone. Evening. Oh. Yeah, we're going to talk about this Igor signing. We seem to have hijacked Igor from Palace. He was just about to sign for Palace, and we seem to have hijacked the deal. And I just don't know how to feel about this one, to be honest with you. I really wanted to see us get Charlie Creswell. I thought that was the signing to go and make. We've got some money for that rat again. And I don't know why we've just really got. I guess it's because it's a loan deal with an option to buy. Glasner wouldn't put up with our owners. Let's be honest, though. You know, this game Gray must be getting on a bit now. I don't know, but I don't think it's all Gray. I think some of it's light blown, but stress related. Supporting West Ham. Yeah, we got the money for a Gued, so surely we can spend on a bloody centre back. We don't have to just go and get Igor on loan. Like, we should be looking to add quality. Gahey to Liverpool is collapsing. Yeah, because of us. We've literally collapsed this flipping deal like idiots. Why are we so desperate to hijack Brighton's fifth choice centre back? Let's put that in perspective. He's Brighton's fifth choice centre back. Antonio's our new striker. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that happening. That's for damn sure. Oh, I didn't click Twitter either. All right, let's put Twitter. Yeah, I can definitely see us signing Antonio, but that'd be so West Ham, wouldn't it? Oh, it feels like it's going to be an underwhelming into the window. Like, if we just get Igor and then Antonio, how crap will that be? Like, seriously. We had a real chance now. It just feels like they've seen us play on Smash Forest and they're like, we don't need anything else. We're fine. That's it. We just get a few loans in. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, sorry, I wanted to go earlier. I've just come from the overlap, Manchester, so got back on the train with my mate Maz, the Brighton fan, and Rory Jennings, who I'm telling you, he's actually a really nice guy. Rory gets a lot of hate, but he's a nice bloke, and that's what matters in my book. So yeah, we're speaking about West Ham and of course the ownership and what's going on. So that should be out tomorrow. I'm just going to tweet this out. 100% done. What is Igor? West Ham have completed the what? West Ham completed the signing of defender Dimitri Kolo from Paris FC. What? Where's that come from? What the hell? Where is that? Let me have a look at this. It looks like it will only be Igor Julio to West Ham on loan if they're to sign a centre back. They've been in talks with Disasi. That's what I've just seen. Oh, he's a young player. Oh, okay. Means nothing. So what? Like the only signing now we're going to make on deadline day is Brighton's fifth choice centre back. Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? Like after all that, we still need another midfielder. So you see the titles. Have West Ham done enough? No, clearly not. Clearly not. Like that is so frustrating, man. That is so frustrating. If it's only Igor, because he doesn't challenge. Like, he doesn't, I think, push Kilman. Like we need someone that can definitively start over Kilman. I see they said, oh, X was saying because he's a left-footed centre back. They want another one of those, and that's the only reason we've signed him because he's got a left foot. Really? Because he's got a left. We're signing him because he's left-footed. What a joke! Yeah, we did need more because you look at it, right? I think we'll be a good team if we keep Somerville fit, if Wilson stays fit, if we keep Fernandez fit, Magassa maybe. Obviously, we're losing Diouf in the AFCON. Is he no good? This Igor, he's the one that Bowen done over in the final for Fiorentina, but he can't. He's fifth choice at Brighton. You know, I mean, I guess he's coming to be fifth choice here. Or second choice, because he's going to be behind Kilman for that position, rather. So, if any, which is weird for the left-sided centre-back. Yeah. Bowen cooked him. He absolutely cooked him. So, look. Mate. 1 minute left of the transfer window. God, we are so crap. You know, when I was on the overlap, right, I was talking about the ownership again, and I was like, I wonder how people are going to take this because we've just won. I wonder how people are going to react, like, because we've just beat Forest and everyone's going to be all like, oh, you know, West Ham, like, how can you be so negative? How can you keep going on about the owners? But I didn't want the win to overshadow the bigger problem at West Ham. Yes, lack of ambition, mate. Lack of ambition. What do I think of Magassa? I think Magassa, profile-wise, is what we need. I think that's a good signing, potentially. You just need to see if he's up to the Prem. That's all. But he's the right profile of signing. But I just don't get it. We've just made, 20 million euros off of Agard, 8 million profit. Why are we doing this? We've made a late bid for, where are you seeing this? Late move for Botafogo forwards. It's for you trying to. Yeah, that's got to be bait. I reckon Magassa will start on the bench for a couple of games. Of course, we need more James Ward-Prowse. I was sad you guys signed Magassa. That's a good sign. It's a Spurs fan, so that's a good sign that he's sad. Are we saying this season? Are we staying up this season, Odan? I think we've just got enough. I think we do have enough to stay up, but it's going to be reliant on players staying fit. We lose Fernandez or Magassa. If we have to start playing, because it looks like Regredi is staying. Does anyone know what happened to Creswell? It looks like we never went for him. It looks like we never tried. We never actually tried to make a serious bid for Rodriguez. Not that I saw. Oh, mate, like why? Why are we like this? Well, I know why, but it's just like you had a chance to really push on now. We've seen there's potential in this side. Add more, and then it just makes it hard to fully judge Potter. Oh. When does the window close in Europe? That's a good question. Closed. It's officially, the transfer window is closed. What have West Ham done? Now, obviously, there's an extended window to finalize things. So it's not like Well, if there hasn't been an announcement now, we haven't done anything. There's still time in the window to find out. Let me message the others. Actually, let them know I'm. Bloody hell, the Rock's lost loads of weight. Ryan just shared it. Live now, if anyone wants to jump on. See if anyone to pawn. Feel free. Right. Apparently, we offered 13 million for Creswell. Toulouse wanted 17 million. We don't want to pay extra. You don't want to. You could have just used the. You could have just used the acquired money. You could have just used the acquired money. 4 million. You're quibbling over 4 fucking million. Oh, I hate this ownership. I hate Sullivan with a burning passion. With a absolute burning passion, mate. 4 fucking million pounds. 17 million for such a promising prospect. And then we just go and just get we need a player that could potentially improve on Kilman. I know Kilman was our big flipping signing, expensive signing. But, you know, at the end of the day, the doubts are there for Kilman. We need someone to challenge him. We need someone to challenge Kilman. Let me just tweet this out for the YouTube. Told the others. Man, do you know what? Like, yeah, Kilman, big doubts. Do you know what? Like, yeah, I was happy. Yes, I was happy. And that lasted. I felt like when I see, okay, we got Magassa in. We got Fernandez in. I felt like we was going to be a bit busier on transfer deadline day. More fool me. More fool me for having any hope, any faith. So we signed Diouf. Good signing. Wilson. He scored a goal. He's obviously a good player. Will he stay fit? We don't know. We signed Hermansen, a goalkeeper. And we were supposed to try and sign another goalkeeper. We was trying to sign another goalkeeper, apparently. And then we've signed 2 midfielders. Is that enough? Hell no, that's not enough. Bloody hell. Yeah, we was supposed to be busy. What is going on? I'm trying to like refresh. What is going on? Yeah, we've just submitted a deal sheet for So it looks like it's Igor Julio. That's it. Igor Julio. I'm so annoyed, man. I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. That is just shit, mate. We've signed Igor bloody Julian and this Dimitri Kalu for the academy. All right, Turks. If everyone's been too negative, give us the positive, right? Well, I always say this, like, because people always say to me, you're too negative, but never give the positive. So tell me the positive. What is the positive here? Like, you cannot say we've done enough in this transfer window. We had a horrendous season last year. Horrendous. Look how much money we're saved on the transfer books. Yet Paqueta staying is a positive, but that should be a given. I'm not going to say well done, West Ham, for keeping Lucas Paqueta. I'm just not going to do it. You know, I'm happy he's staying. But after the crap season we had last year, we needed to improve this team. We've still got Rodriguez. Really? Rodriguez is still going to be a part of this? Got money to spend in January. Do you trust this club in January? Oh, it's hard in January. It's hard. It's hard to sign players in January. That's what we hear every flipping year. It's hard to sign players in January. So positive we screwed Liverpool in buying Gahey. That's not a positive. I want Liverpool to win the league over Arsenal. That's a negative. We've weakened the fucking team that can stop Arsenal winning the league. We are clowns. We are absolute clowns. We had all these options. We had all these options to sign, and we've picked just the most underwhelming option. Why don't we go get Disarcy? Disarcy was there on loan. But you're not giving me positives, Turks. You've got to give me the positives. What's the positive? Like, when you say to someone, be positive, I'm not going to be positive for the sake of it. You have to give me the positives. You have to. Yeah, we have Cornet. Great. Disarcy or Igor? Disarcy. I honestly, right? Okay, Turk, I'll give you a positive. I'll give you a positive. Right? I think this is a sign that David Sullivan is looking to sell this football club. There's your positive. David Sullivan is trying to minimize his outlay to maximize his return. And when a club has very little overheads, look how much money he's cleared off the wage books. We've fucking cleared probably like 700 grand a week off the wage books. Like, it's absolutely crazy how much. Dan, what do you think of the training ground? Training ground's crap, mate. It's absolutely crap. We fined for a loan deal late sheet, so we got to 11 p.m. Yeah, for Igor. We got to 11 p.m. to get Igor in. He's spending the club's money, not his. Yeah, but also he's spending the club's money. But when someone's buying a club, he can sit there and say, "Well, look, our outlay is low compared to most clubs. Like, you're not inheriting a load of high contracts." So I think there's something there, like, to him selling, and that doesn't mean we go, "All right, he's going to sell. Let's relax and." He's done, job done. No, that means we put more pressure. We make sure he sells. We make sure he's miserable. He's got to go. He has got to go. No two ways about it. I honestly, every day, I hate that man more and more. How can he look at how crap we've been for a year and go, yeah, a couple midfielders, goalkeeper, fullback, that's enough? How can he see how many goals we've leaked and be happy with these centre backs? We've got rid of Igor, right? Who's a rat, let's be honest. And we're getting in Igor. Yeah, no one. This is the thing, right? Fat Bloke 78, and I'm using that. I'm not, knocking you. That's your name. No, yeah, you're right. No one did want Dawson, right? But I don't think that's an argument to say, right, never criticize a signing when the club make it, like, ever, because Dawson was good. Like, I always say, criticize. Deal's done. Once they put on that shirt, give him a chance, support him. And I will support Igor once he's playing for us. Of course, I'll support him. But I'm going to criticize the business that we're doing, because there's no, like, if you look at it, right, with Igor, there's no big plan. There's no, like, vision to say this guy's going to be the bollocks. Yeah. If he turns out to be the bollocks, that's purely, like, just happenstance, right? Same with Moyes. Like, Sullivan never signed Moyes and went, he's gonna be brilliant for us. He's gonna get us Europe. He's gonna win us a trophy. No, it was, he's available, cheap, kept us up. That's it. So I will criticize the intention, and we have not done enough in this window by a flipping mile. Yeah, we could 4 million extra for Creswell. And I'm sure he's not on big flipping wages, man. I'm really trying hard not to swear, man. I'm really trying hard. You're right, Andy. Igor is panic. That's what I'm saying. If there was this big flipping vision that Igor is going to be this fucking world beater, right? Why is this last minute quick hijack for Palace? Just so he can scupper the Gahey deal. fucking stupid. Absolutely stupid. This club, man, I'm sick of it. Like I said, I think we have the potential to be a very good team, but the depth is not there. And Somerville, such an important player, I'm not confident he can stay fit. Oh, let's see what Bill's saying here. Another transfer window has gone where the board have failed the football club. Sign a petition, get yourselves to the protest with Hammers United, which is, I think, before the Palace game, and get that lot out of West Ham. Mate, this overlap episode tomorrow is going to drop at the right time. It's going to drop at the right time. I really thought, you know what, West Ham fans are going to give me stick because we've just won and we've just would have got some signings in and had a decent window, and people are going to be moaning at me. But listen, I'd rather people did that than us actually get what we need in than be able to have a clip where that's timely on the overlap. Oh, mate, I'm back to be. It says 24 hours late. Do you know how happy I was yesterday? Do I think we'll sign anyone? Yeah, this Igor guy. Fucking Igor. That's it. Brighton's 5th choice centre-back. Back to being bloody miserable. Yeah, so we're very reliant on players staying fit. That's the problem. What's wrong with Igor? I just don't think he's good enough. I just don't think he's up to the standard. Like I said, he had a mare in the Europa League final. You know, it's just like, this is what I'm saying. Like, we never go out, and it's the same with managers. We never go out and get the best that we possibly can. You know, I'm not saying we go and sign Gahey because he's not the best we can get, but because we can't get him. But Igor is not the best that we can get. You know. 11 minutes ago, the club just tweeted back with a bang and clips of the game yesterday. There's Sullivan's excuse. Yeah, we're back. We're back. And I know I like tongue in cheek. I was like saying, we're back. But we're not back. Like, we've got a long way to go in some tough games. Igor was for depth. See, this is the problem, right? We accept, right, signing squad players rather than signing players that actually can compete to start. This is the problem. As long as we have that mentality, right, then they're going to have that mentality. If we're going to improve, we need to sign players that improve each position, not play backup. That's my issue. Like, you look and you sign, like, look at Fernandes. Clear upgrade on what we have. Clear upgrade. Magassa, right? We'll see how he adapts to the Prem. But in terms of what his profile, clear upgrade on what we have. You know, this is the issue. Clear upgrade. I'm sorry, if you're 5th choice at Brighton, and look what he may do. There's a small chance that he may just fit us and it clicks, and Igor is the shit. I'm not writing him off. Again, I'm not slagging off the player. I'm slagging off the intention. And the intention was not to show ambition, was not to get the best possible player in. It's absolute bollocks, mate. It's absolute bullshit. It's not good enough. We could get Creswell in January, but here's the thing, Philip. Then we've pissed away a load of games and points that we could have got, like we did by leaving the midfield so late. Why did we leave the midfield so late? There's three games there that we could have potentially got results in that we didn't because we left the midfield so late. I think Igor's an option to buy, not an obligation. Igor is an upgrade on a Gerd. He wants to be or have a good attitude and try at least. I think we make too many excuses for these. I think And this is the thing, we have to separate it, right? I understand West Ham fans wanting to be positive about Igor, wanting to give him a chance, wanting to be hopeful. But we have to separate that and not, again, like I said, excuse the intent from the board. And the intent was not to be ambitious. That's the issue. The intent wasn't to get the best we could possibly get. Apparently, Creswell, we bid 14, they wanted 17, or it was we bid 13, they wanted 17. We've said no. Let's see him play a game for us first. Why? Again, he could be good. But I'm sorry. This is what I think is not being understood, what I'm saying, right? I'm not writing off Igor. Igor could be a surprise package, right? But we have got him because he's available on loan, not because we think he's going to be the best possible centre-back we can sign. That's the issue here. That's what I'm criticising. Once Igor pulls on that shirt, I'll give him every chance. I'll give him every opportunity. But I'm not excusing this ownership and their lack of ambition. No. We nowhere near got enough in. It's like someone said there, we just signed players to stay up. That's what it feels like. We've just done enough to ensure we stay in the Prem. Like, window's okay. We've sold Emerson, right? So on left back, we just have Diouf and Scholes, who Potter seems to have given up on, right? So once Diouf goes AFCON, then we're going to rely on Scholes, who hasn't played all season by that point. And then right back, we've got Kyle Walker-Peters, who actually looks really good. We did sign him. He looks really good, but I want to see him week to week. And then obviously Wan-Bissaka, who's going off to AFCON. Midfield, we have 2 midfielders that you go, yep, they should be starting. The rest, like I said, if Ward-Prowse and Rodriguez are your backup, sorry, the backups aren't good. They're nowhere near good enough to be starting for West Ham if we have any ambition. Like the problem is, we're 3 games into the season and people are already just writing it off and lowering the standards as this is a survival. Like we've got enough to survive. Where's the ambition? Why are we writing off this season already? Why are we not looking and going, we need to do what we can to compete to get back into Europe? Getting into Europe should be the goal. It should be the objective. We've lost 2-1-1. So don't tell me it's impossible. Don't tell me that we can't have that as an aim and objective to get back into Europe 3 games in. Why are we lowering our standards for this football club? Why are we letting them get away with doing the minimum? Because that's what they're doing. The minimum. Robert Cruz says Aguerd is better, more attractive stats than Igor. So that's going off stats. The best signing was Somerville coming back from injury. That says it all, didn't it? That says it all, man. We've got to hold this ownership to the standards that they told us. World-class team for a world-class stadium. They've failed on both of those fronts. The world-class stadium, it's the opposite. It's the worst stadium. But the one thing that they can still deliver on is the world-class team, or attempts to. I'm not saying like they can just go and get it. We've got a world-class team, but try to get in a world-class team. You know what I mean? Try to build it. Show intent. Igor cannot be any worse than Todibo or Kilman. Kilman, like I said, the jury is out on Kilman. He was better defensively the other day. Todibo has quality, but fitness issues. But this is my thing, right? Igor's decent signing, especially it's a loan deal. We're thinking too small. We're thinking too small here. We're thinking too like, oh yeah, like it's fine, it's a loan deal. But we haven't got enough quality in. That's the problem. It's not about who we have signed. It's about who we haven't signed, what we haven't got. It's absolutely pathetic. Yes, exactly, Daniel. We needed a good name. We needed to sign a starter, not a bench warmer. That's the problem. We've seen how fragile our defense is. And to be honest, with the back four and with a better midfielder in there, we defended a lot better against Forest. But still, we can't rest on our laurels, and we need someone that has the potential to be a starter and bench Kilman. And again, we've done the bare minimum. I'm not hearing the PSR, right? I'm not hearing it. We've cleared a ridiculous amount of money off the wage books. I think it's like 700 grand a week or something off the wage books, right? Whilst bringing in players that are on a lot lower wages. We've sold Tadibo for 55 mil, and we've sold Igor for around 20 mil, right? So about 75 mil. Let's look at it. Let me actually see if I get the figures up, right? Let's actually get the numbers up. Like, I'm not hearing this FFP thing. I honestly think that there's potentially a hope to sell this club. Kudus. You mean Kudus? Wait, I didn't see what the first tweet is when you said you mean Kudus. Yeah, I'm not buying the QR codes. QR code. What am I saying? PSR. Why did I say QR code? PSR. Flipping excuses. Mr. Whopper is my stalker. He is. Yeah, so let's have a look, right? I need something that's going to give me the actual like net and okay, right, here you go. Right, let's get this up, everyone. Let's get this up. You want to see something? You want to see a PSR? Right? FFP PSR? Let's look. Let's take a good look, everyone, and just see what it is we're dealing with. So, hope everyone can see that okay. All right, hopefully that's better. Right, okay, so look, here we go. Here's everything we've brought in here. This is all in euros. So Fernandez, 44 million euros. Tadibo, obviously we had to sign him on a permanently after the obligation, 40 million euros. Great business. Diouf, 22 million euros. Mads Hermansen, 20.8 million euros. Samgautu Magassa, 17 million euros. KWP, free transfer. Callum Wilson, free transfer. These are all the youngsters I believe we got back from loan. Nefer came back off loan. Zuma came back off loan, left. All these end of loans, right? And now here we are. Here's what we've sold. Kudus, 63.8 million. That's the loan fee. This loan fee we got for Alvarez was 2 million euros. Pathetic. 700k for Emerson. Conference winning Emerson. 700,000 euros, mate. Oh. Yeah, he does like. I can tell Whopper likes me. Danny Ings, free transfer. Soufal, free. Right, so all these left on a free loan. This doesn't include Aguerd. They haven't updated it with Aguerd, which I think is like 20 odd million euros. So this isn't even like up to date, right? So according to this, we've spent 143 million euros in this window, right? According to this, which, okay, 143 million euros spent. Some of the sales, so 66 million, but that's not including Aguerd in that. I don't think that included Aguerd. So that you add Aguerd to that, which was 20. That's 86 million, right? We got pure profit of Declan Rice. That was pure 105 mil pure profit, which is worth more. It's ridiculous. All the TV money. Come on, man. It's a joke. And yet they don't know themselves. We complain about, how can you complain about FFP and loan Alvarez for £700,000, 2 million, euros loan fee, and sell Emerson for 700,000 euros? Thank you for likes. Let's get to 200 likes if we can. Who's Chavez we signed? Probably some youngster. I think that's the youngster, isn't it? Oh, mate, I'm just fuming. I'm absolutely fuming right now. Here we go. Let's see what Sean Whetstone has to say here. Oh, I just missed it. What is it like being a West Ham fan, man? I don't know why they do stuff to make you believe, make you hope. But this is the thing, right? Emerson should be playing. I'm not saying he should start over Diouf, but should be an option. We're so bad at selling players. We should be able to get money for Emerson. Chelsea are brilliant at selling players. Like, we're just crap. We are the worst. We are the worst club at selling players. Hands down. But you know what? Sullivan, he's got to go. We got to get these protests up. Here we go. West Ham tried to sign another permanent signing, but it's too late in the transfer window to conclude it, according to a club source from the last minute. A centre-back loan remains the only probable business in the final hours of the window, but it's not guaranteed. We tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, Sullivan's a shit house. Sorry about that. I don't know what I'm doing here. My head's gone. We could have got Disasi. Why didn't we? We've been linked with Disasi since the last window. It's closed, yeah. It's done. It's done. We tried FC. No, Igor, they've submitted a late registration. So he could potentially still sign. Toulouse turned down a loan bid with a £13 million commitment to sign Charlie Creswell next summer from West Ham. The league side wants £17 million as both clubs continue to haggle. But David Sullivan may come up with a compromise. Well, that was 4 hours ago, so that didn't happen, did it? 17 million! We couldn't spend 17 million to get a highly rated centre-back. God. Oh, mate. It's so frustrating. The Premier League said teams have up to 1 a.m. British Standard Time to submit full paperwork for signings. Okay. So up to 1 a.m. to get the paperwork done. For Igor, how underwhelming. Hi, Dan. How easy or hard is it for a takeover for a club that does not own a stadium? Well, it definitely affects the value. And here's the issue, right? Here's the things that I've heard. Obviously, I'm not in the know. Obviously, I know people. I know different people around and things like that. But what I'm hearing is one of the big obstacles to a sale for this club is that David Sullivan wants £800 million for the club, right? He values it at 800 million. Now, for a club that's not in Europe, has just been in a relegation battle and does not own their own stadium, how the do you arrive at £800 million? How do you arrive at that figure when Everton went for half the price? Newcastle went for half the price. How do you arrive at that figure? People would buy the club for the right price, but you're not getting 800 million when we don't own our flipping stadium. Newcastle, they got St James's Park. Everton, they got Goodison and obviously the new ground as well. And we're out here trying to fucking rate the club who doesn't own a football stadium for £800 million. Like, what fucking planet is this living on? He doesn't need that money. What is he going to do with that money? Just leave it to his kids. His kids have got enough money. Jack Sullivan seems like, you know what I mean, a lad that would be happy to go and have what he's got and try and earn more money. David Sullivan Jr., I have no idea on, mate. I don't know what that geezer's on. I think he's probably takes more after his dad. It's so yeah, that's a new ground is 800 mil. Yeah, that's probably how much you're paying for, buddy, to build a new ground. It's so frustrating. That's why I think we struggle to get these owners, those clubs, like from pure market value. Like, how many clubs outside the big six are going for those prices? We've already said that Newcastle and Everton didn't go for a lot of money, comparatively speaking. So what other clubs are outside the big six are people charging 800 mil for, anywhere near that? If you're a prospective like billionaire and you want to build up a new club, like, we're ripe for a takeover because I think we have a really huge fan base. You know what I mean? We're a sleeping giant. I really believe that. You know, with the right investment, right ownership, we can go places because we've got the fan base for it. But again, like, you look at West Ham, don't own their ground. Am I going to spend 800 million on that? Or, you know, should I spend flipping 100 mil on Millwall and build them up? You know what I mean? Should I go and spend that money on QPR if I want a London club, or Charlton? And if we're looking at the Prem, people are going to, you know, all these other different clubs. You can go Bournemouth and build them up, whatever. You can play Football Manager. At least we didn't lose Paqueta. That's true. That's the only positive, right? But I'm sorry, that's not something that we should be rewarding them for. It's not something we should be saying, well done, West Ham, for keeping Paqueta. No. Keep the standards. Keep the standards for these owners, right? Don't reward mediocrity. Don't reward failure. Don't reward the bare minimum. That's what I would say to everyone. Don't reward them for doing the bare flipping minimum. We're 2 likes away from 200, everyone. Bloody hell. What does everyone think about potentially Oliver Glasner? I spoke about this a little bit earlier. If Gahey does go, Oliver Glasner could walk. And if Oliver Glasner walks, I don't care about 3-0. I'm Potter in at the moment still. But, mate, I'll be Potter out in a heartbeat and go and get Oliver Glasner. I'll be Potter out for that. Get Glasner in. I think it was Lucas's decision to stay. I fully believe that. I think Sullivan would have been only too happy to sell Paqueta. Get him more wages off the books. Really just strip some more assets from this club and make a profit. What a scumbag he is, honestly. I despise him. Do you know what? There was I really hope that a lot of the things I said about Sullivan made it on the overlap. There's a few that are like, oh, we may have to cut that. We'll see. We'll see tomorrow. Glasner wouldn't want to work with our owners. Look, do you know what the thing is, right, about our owners? I think we all assume everyone outside the West Ham bubble is a privy to what the owners are like. You know, I see it. I go on all these different, you know, shows or all these neutral things, whether it's TalkSport, Overlap, all this media stuff, Sky. And whenever I talk about how awful Sullivan is, it just seems like it's news to everyone. Like they're just completely unaware. Maybe Glasner will do a little bit more due diligence. But I think we assume that other people look at our club and our ownership from our perspective, the way we see it. Like at the end of the day, you know, you look at it, it could be a stepping stone to an even bigger job. You know, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't think people like Glasner really know the ins and outs. That he will look at it now of where West Ham are. He'll assess the squad that we have, and the size of the club and those sorts of things. He's not going to know the ins and outs. You make him a really good offer and then go from there. Yeah. Philip Demacoli says, I think when we was originally going to sack Avram Grant through the season, we was going to get Martin O'Neill as manager, but he turned us down because of goal of Sullivan. There's a bit of context you're missing there, Philip. So he didn't turn us down because he's like, I want to work for Golden Sullivan. It's because of the way they approached him. Avram Grant was still in the job, and they was trying to talk to Martin O'Neill while we still had Avram Grant. And Martin O'Neill found that very distasteful. He didn't respect that at all. So he turned us down. Had we sacked Avram and approached Martin O'Neill, he would have been a West Ham manager. 100%. He said it himself. He would have joined. It's just because they approached him while Avram was still manager. And he found that very distasteful. So, yeah, honestly. The underwear, because only think that Sky... Only think there's 6 clubs in the PL, yeah. So don't rule out that we could get Glasner. You know, there's been some little rumors behind the scenes. He gets to stay in London, by the way. Like there's no big upheaval of his life. He just goes from south to east. He can stay in his house, mate. He doesn't have to upend his family, all of that stuff. It's a quick transition. So yeah, I think we go and I think it's a possibility. I think it's a possibility. Move him to the ABBA arena. We should knock down the ABBA arena. Instead of what do you call it? You know, and knock down this stadium. West Ham's. We're gonna do like a window ratings at some point. So I'm not going to give too much, but yeah, mate, this window is underwhelming. Early starting 11 for Spurs. Same as Forest. Get Magasser in over Ward-Prowse. I think it's too soon for Somerville to be starting. We've got to really manage him. Thought you said Avram Arena. Did I? I don't know. My head's gone. Why would he leave Palace? Because they were about to sell Mark Gahey. So that's for those who don't know, there's a lot of talk that Glasner has told Palace that if they sell Eze and Mark Gahey, he will walk. So if he walks, he's available on a free. Thank you very much, West Ham. Thank you very much. And as I said on the overlap, it doesn't matter what manager we get or where we turn a corner. Like we're always operating at a handicap with Sullivan as the owner. So I can never be too happy. But I want the best for this club. I always want the best of this club. Wilson in over Fulkrug. I'm still not sure about that. Again, Wilson is someone we have to manage fitness-wise. Do you know what I mean? Like, is he going to be capable of starting every week and being a starter, or is he just going to be better off the bench? That's on the coaches. We have to manage him fitness-wise. Glasner had a meeting with Palace in March about future deals, about the possibility of Eze and Gahey leaving, and they still didn't act. He's said to be fuming. Strike. Just strike. Like, okay, some people don't believe it could happen or whatever, right? But just tell me, forget that, like, could it, would it, whatever. Would you sack, if Glasner became available and we could get him, would you sack Potter and go get Glasner? Glasner's contract is up at the end of the season. You obviously know bugger all about Glasner. He hasn't brought his family over. Well, I literally just see bloody pictures of him playing crazy golf with his family and someone else. He was just talking about it. This is during the season. And it doesn't matter if his contract is up at the end of the season. Managers walk. They walk. I've seen it many times. Everyone's saying, yes, yes, I'd sack him and get you at this point. Oh, I'd love that. I'd love that. Listen, mate, let's do it. Yeah. Do I hate Arsenal more than Spurs? I feel like you do. Yeah. Spurs, maybe if Spurs were like better, I don't know. Are you still going to be negative if we smash Spurs next? So this is the thing, right? And this is the thing, Turks. You still ain't giving me positives, right? If we smash Spurs, I will enjoy that result in isolation, right? I would take positives, but I'm not suddenly going to think that we are this well-run club and everything's gravy. I'm still Sullivan out. I don't care if we win the league. I'm Sullivan out. I am Sullivan out. And, you know, there is, I'll just say this, right? There's a lot of things I can't say. But if there's, you know, information you want about why I'm Sullivan out no matter what, we could win the treble, right? There's an account on Twitter called @RippleEffectUK that posts a lot of interesting things about said person. That's what I'll say. So you can call me negative. I will want the best for this club, and I will hold this ownership to the standards that they set. He has a daughter in a London uni. There you go, Yusuf. Oh, Nikki's just messaging me. He's asking me if I'm still live. I wonder if he's going to jump on. So, look, this window. You can go live from the car. As he said, he's going to jump in. Going to jump on. So Nikki's going to jump on. That's good because I'm sure everyone's getting tired of the sound of my voice. Glad the window is closed. Really, Steve? I mean, look, I get it. I'm glad in a way because it's so annoying, all the speculation. I just feel like we needed more time. We didn't need more time. We should have got stuff done earlier, but we just haven't done enough. We just haven't done enough. 3 out of 10 window. Fair. So flipping annoying, man. Russ is like, with someone for the future. 19, Kalu. I don't really care about the future. Of course I care about the future. But I just want some quality for now. Hold up. Let me send Nikki the link. I'll jump in. Right. Nikki's going to jump on and give his thoughts on this crap this pitiful ends of the window. I think we've signed yet. Well, no, we haven't signed Igor yet. But there's an extension, so we could get him. Sullivan out, Potter in. Listen, I don't disagree with that. I'm still Potter in at the moment. I've never been Potter out. I've criticized Potter. Of course, I've criticized Potter. But which is fair. But I'm still Potter in. However, if we can get Glasner, I'm Potter out, mate. I'm fully Potter out. Because Glasner, I think, is just the next level of manager, mate. That's exactly what we need. No, it looks like that's it, mate. The window's done. Window's done. That's what we got. Right, all right, sending Nikki the link. He's going to join from his car. He's just been on DR Sports. Igor the Engine. Is that his nickname? You made that up, Barry? You made that up? With the desire true. I think there was interest in Desiree, but they've opted to go for Igor. Maybe the total deal was cheaper. He was the cheaper option. Give him 10 games. Who? Potter. Like, yeah, listen, I think 10 games this into the season, this is fair. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to care as long as Gahey, what do you call it? As long as Gahey, as long as Glasner's available. Oh, Crystal Palace manager is one of the candidates by Leverkusen are considering after terminating the contract of Eric Ten Hag. But there is talk that Gahey is staying at Palace, so he might stay. Fuck's sake, we are idiots. We are such idiots. I've just realized this. Yeah, it just hit me. Right, we could have let Palace sign Igor. So then they let Gahey go to Liverpool. So then Glasner leaves flipping Palace, and then we try and swoop in for flipping Glasner. What an own goal. What a bunch of absolute clowns that we are. And no, I wouldn't take Ten Hag. I've just realized how fucking stupid we are, mate. David Sullivan. Oh, I can't say what I want to say because I'll get cancelled, sued, and oh, mate. I can't say. He's not leaving over one player, Glasner. It's Eze and Gahey. He didn't want to sell Eze and Gahey. Dan, did you rip your season ticket up? What do you think of Wilson now? I digitally it got deleted off my Google app. What do I think of Wilson? Listen, I've always thought Wilson is a good striker. Big question mark has been his fitness. That question mark is still there. Newcastle fans were telling me his legs have gone. We will see. Like I said, in that cameo, very good. Like striker's instincts, his movement. He's a handful. I there's quality there, but the big questions haven't been answered on him yet. Walker 11 with a $4.99 super chat. Definitely a shameful end. Needed one more winger and striker. 2 injury-prone strikers won't cut it. Sully tried to cash in on Paqueta. 100%, mate. 100%. So frustrating! Hopefully, Nick will come on and he'll be the voice of reason. He'll say something. I'll go, do you know what? It's all going to be all right. Brownhill's going Saudi. I mean, that's got to be one of the most random moves ever. Thing is, I didn't really want Brownhill in a way. Like I wanted us to get better, but I would have actually taken Josh Brownhill on a free at this stage of the window because I think he is an upgrade on Ward-Prowse. The problem is we've still got Ward-Prowse. What's that X account again, Dan? At Ripple Effect UK. Very good account, all about David Sullivan and the things that he's things that accusations and things like that against him. Like a lot of things that are very eye-opening that none of us, it's not common knowledge. So I'll just put that is check out at Ripple Effect UK on Twitter. Steve WHU Bell, 49 super chat. Thank Christ that's over and done with. I agree, Steve, but what do you think about the actual business we've got in? I reckon Brownie wanted a week. Oh, if he wants that, mate. I wonder what they're paying him in Saudi. That's such a random. That is so random, mate. Imagine after all this, we go finish 7th. Here's the thing, mate. We could finish 7th, but then you think, well, you know what? If we'd done the best we could, maybe we could have finished 5th. Maybe we could have got Champions League. Like, we could have got them extra 2 places. Like, that's the difference. So when you try and do the bare minimum, you're shortchanging yourself. So wherever we finish, we could have finished higher had we done the business that we needed to do. Fernandez best sign in the window. Yeah, I think that is a good signing. Shite. Yeah, it is shite, mate. Here he is. He's upside down. Hey, oh, he's back. There he is.
Hello.
Mate. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to influence your opinion of tell you what my opinion is. Just tell me, like, windows closed. It looks like we might still get Igor from Brighton. They've put an extension in, and that's it.
Yeah, I was told earlier today that it might be it, um, which I was a little bit disappointed with in terms of we ain't got a forward. But I've got to say, I am more confident with the midfield that we've signed. Um, I remember Igor. Apparently, he played against us in the Conference League final. Um, I don't really remember him at Brighton either. So I don't
He
know
was the
what sort
one
of
that
quality.
Bowen done for the goal.
Yeah, yeah. So he
The
was the one that was chasing
one that
back
played him on
Bowen.
side.
Yeah, yeah. So listen, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. Obviously, I'm not. Sorry, my phone's slipping down. I'm not gonna sort of judge him before he gets here. But I don't know what happened with Aguirre. I haven't heard anything about Aguirre. I haven't heard if he's gone. I know that they was
He's
looking for him
gone.
to. He has gone. So
Yes.
I think that's good news. I'll be honest with you. From what it sounded like, Aguirre was a very bad influence on the dressing room, and he was doing some stupid things, and you know, you know, to the detriment of the club. So listen, I'll take that on loan. Not too sure about it. But we did look a little bit more shored up in defence. Wouldn't trust Mavropanos, Todibo, and Kilman all season, if I'm honest. But it's a lack of forward for me, which worries me because I thought we may look at a forward today because of the injury record of Callum Wilson, and Falkirk didn't look very mobile the other day. So any of them get injured now, I think we're fucked. To be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. The squad
Oh,
depth is paper thin. You know,
yeah, it's
it's
thin.
paper
Yeah,
thin.
it's thin.
And the thing is, Nick, we heard about Charlie Creswell from Toulouse, great prospect, and we
Yep.
wanted to loan him with an obligation for 13 million. Toulouse wanted 70 million, so then we went for loaning
I mean,
Igor instead.
we just got £20 million for Aguerd. I don't
Yep.
see. The money was there. I don't see what. I don't see how you can get £20 million for Aguerd and then snuff at paying £17 million for a kid that's about 5 6 years younger than him, and a better prospect than him. If I'm honest, it doesn't make no sense to me. It just seems like they're trying to recoup money. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Still a little bit up in the air in terms of
Yeah.
the quality of the deals. To be honest.
And you know what? I'm still not fully happy with the midfield. I'm happy with Fernandez. I'm happy with Magassa, but like we've still got Rodriguez. We've still got Ward Prowse as our
Yeah, yeah.
backups. The drop off is huge. Like we know, like that drop off from Fernandez to Ward Prowse, from Magassa to Rodriguez is too big.
Yeah,
It's not.
and that is the problem. We are gambling. We are gambling on no injuries. We're gambling on no suspensions. Um, because as soon as one of them drop out the side, we're pretty much fucked. And I just hope we've done enough. I've hope we've done enough. Listen, that was a great performance the other day, but in terms of like a long, hard season, is it enough? Is it enough? And it's not the manager's failings, it's the board's failings, and the way that they've sort of like they've sold a lot of players this summer, sold a lot of players, got rid of a lot of wages. Can't see how we're in trouble in terms of money. Can't see it.
Mate, no, can't be. We absolutely can't be. With what we've sold, with the money we saved on wages, I'm not hearing these excuses. I'm just
No,
not, like, to did that little bit extra. That little bit extra could have really made a difference between an okay season or a poor season and a good season. And Matt says it is. Sullivan and Brady said judge us at the end of the window, and it's not been good enough, mate.
not
We
good
have
enough. No.
not done enough. You
Free
know,
transfer Wilson. Well, what we got? Walker Peters free transfer. Callum Wilson free transfer. £20 million on Diouf. 20,
yeah.
35 on Matty Fernandez. What was it?
15 on
20,
Magassa,
15 on Magassa.
yeah.
Um,
The
and
Mansons, similar,
a
15.
Manson for about 15 million. Yeah, so we'll spend about 80, 90 million. But we've recouped a lot of money. You know, £20 million for Aguerd was business you can't, give up on. And you've got to replace them players. You know, it looked like
Yeah.
Aguerd was set to stay, which was worrying. Um, but it seemed like he was the leak in the dressing room that was telling potential targets not to sign, which is, if the guy obviously didn't want to stay, so to get £20 million for him and not go and sign Charlie Creswell. Listen, he may or may not have worked, but I don't think £17 million is a huge gamble in this day and age, especially when you've just been handing it on a plate. Someone that don't want to be there, wasn't working, was probably the worst defender that we had out of three, in my opinion. Someone that's really, really struggled with the physicality of the Premier League, and and they refuse to spend the money, which is mad.
Yeah, and look, do you know what really pisses me off as well? I'd have no problem with us explaining the loan market. How long was we linked to Harvey Elliott? He's just gone on loan to Aston Villa.
Yeah.
How have we let that slip?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's pathetic. We didn't. It's like we didn't even make the attempt, and that's the problem. Nick is, and I've said this, been saying this earlier. It's the intention, right? I will give Igor an opportunity. He could come good, but the intention wasn't to sign him because he's the best possible centre back we can get. It was the cheapest possible deal.
The one that was there, yeah, the one that was on the table.
Yeah, we had other options. Disassi we could have got on loan, but the loan package would have been more expensive. You know, Charlie Creswell, more expensive. They've gone for the cheapest option again.
Yeah,
it's absolutely pathetic.
Listen, well I'm going to be, as I said, I'll judge him on games because I sat here a couple of years ago and I was really critical about when they refused to sign Tarkowski, who is a great defender, by the way, and he's been worth his weight in gold for Everton over the last couple of years. But they went for Craig Dawson, and I remember saying at the time, it's a cheap option. It's he's never going to do anything at this club. He won't even play at the club, and he went on to be a cult hero. But it doesn't work like that all the time. You know what I mean? That was 1 in 10, 1 in 20, 1 in 30. We have seen what the cheap options doing, like the likes of Faguli and Gokhan Toure and these cheap and cheerful Arbeloa and people like that, just cheap and cheerful deals, the ones that want to sign with the club that ain't got no one else chasing them. I mean, Brighton let a lot of players to go today. Don't really see what they're doing either. Like I don't know what they've got coming in or got in their ranks already, but they let a lot of players go today. There's a reason for that. So listen, as I said, I'll judge him on games. I won't judge him as is, but in terms of the board, I think Fernandes was a fantastic signing. I think that's the signing we needed to do, but that was very close to not happening. It was only the fact that Fernandes started to make it happen himself. I don't think West Ham would have pursued it if Fernandes wasn't quite as willing to play ball. And it's very, very worrying about what happens if there's a couple of injuries and all of that sort of thing. Our fitness squad is. I hope and pray that they think that the kids are good enough and that's what they're going to bring in. The likes of Callum Marshall and Freddie Potts if they do that.
I'm hoping on
the fact that we've still got people like Guido Rodriguez here is a fucking disgrace, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. How can you hope that they think the kids are good enough when he had every opportunity in the first 3 games to play Potts, to play Orford, to play Marshall, and playing shit like Rodriguez? So I have no hope and no faith that he is going to get that. Think they're good enough, and that's the problem. Walker 11 here with a £199 super chat. Thoughts, lads, on no replacement for Kudus, 55 mil. That's true. We haven't replaced.
I think Summerfield was already there as the replacement. We've got obviously Guilherme as well. He was the left winger, so I think they thought they had enough in cover on that left wing. But only time will tell.
But Kudus wasn't really our left winger, was he? He was more of a. No, I was going to say Kudus was more of the central or right. He was more of a 10 or a right wing. We haven't got backup there on the. We're quite thin on the right, so we need Bowen to stay fit. You really do.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
Look at this comment. Johnny English
Yeah.
says, Dan, you are proper negative, mate. Have you ever kicked a ball in your life? Only positive fans kicks balls. If you're a positive, it means you've kicked a ball. If you're negative, you've never kicked a ball. Like, what has that got to do with anything? And this is what I'm saying. Like, it winds up when people complain about someone being negative because they never point out the positives. They never counter with positives. They just cry because they don't know the positives. They want us to tell them the positives to make them feel better because they don't know what it is. We're not here to say, there, it'll be all right. We're here to tell you the truth of how we see it. And how we see it is it's not good enough. It's not. I will hold these fucking clowns in charge to the standards that we should be holding them to the standards that they set when we moved to this stadium. All right? When they said world-class team for a world-class stadium. I don't care about us doing the bare minimum. We're just going to let it pass and be positive. No, I'm going to call it out. It's not good enough. No ambition at this football club. We should never accept it, mate. We should never accept the bare minimum. And that's what they've done.
Yeah. That's correct. It's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
I was a bit confused the other day when we was positive about the Brighton result and people calling us fickle. It's not fickle to call what you see.
Yeah.
You know, we was asking for change. He changed it. What are you going to do? Just carry on slating the geezer? We're not fickle. We're just reactive to what we see in front of us. And this is not a good transfer window. We've got some good signings, but in terms of strengthening the squad, what we've let go sort of 11, 12 players, and we've signed about 5 in an already thin and aging squad. So
yes.
Not great.
Yes, mate, it is Ripple Effect UK is the account I'm talking about. If you want to find out more about that man's dealings and past, and if you want to see what's talking about and all the alleged things that are alleged to have allegedly happened. Check out Ripple Effect UK. I don't know if you've seen that account.
No, no idea. I'll get involved in that one, mate.
This is what I'm saying. Like I'd feel happy about the younger prospects if I thought they was going to get a chance. You know, and that's the problem. We're just going to see more of James Ward-Prowse and more of Rodriguez that we need to be seeing. Have we not moved on Rodriguez?
I haven't seen Andy Irving move either, which was
Andy Irving
very muted to go.
Right. It's so bizarre, mate, that Irving and Rodriguez was like Irving was linked to a 3.5 mil move weeks ago. Rodriguez 6.5 mil move weeks ago, and it just went silent.
Yeah,
it's absolutely mental. Like that, they're still at this club.
Probably because they watched the clubs that was going to sign and watched him play.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It's honestly. Yeah, but you know what the annoying thing is? Yeah, it's not even like for me. Okay, like the likes of Rodriguez is still here, and you know we want to get him off the wage books. I want him to go because I'm scared that Potter's going to play him. That's a bad sign.
It's too much of a temptation.
Yeah, when you don't trust the manager to not play someone crap over someone's good, that's a bad sign that you don't have much faith in the manager.
Yeah. Yeah, very thin squad, very thin. You know, Christmas time we'll start to see how thin it is. I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, we're lucky we actually went out of the Carabao because clearly we haven't given ourselves enough to go far in multiple competitions. I wanted us to win, but they haven't done enough. Like,
yeah,
you know, doesn't anyone want James Ward-Prowse? Clearly not. This is alarming. Like, he's our vice captain, one of the first names on the team sheet, and no one else wants him at their club. What does that say? I'm not saying I don't think he's good enough for other people.
Yeah, he's not.
People just don't value him at the wages he's on.
No, of course not. No, that's like Raheem Sterling. What's happening with Raheem Sterling today? I didn't see what happened eventually because someone was exploring a deal with him, and everyone was like, "No way, we're paying anything like that." So.
Ward-Prowse was the weak link against Forest. He was the one that stood out as being not as good as everyone else. Not saying he was shit, but you could just see he wasn't up to the level that everyone else was.
Wasn't great, was it? Wasn't great. No.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So this is where now the window's closed. Yes, Potter hasn't been given all the tools he needs, but I need to see him at least put the best team out on the pitch. I need to see that he's learned and keeps that back four for most games. That's the plan A. So that's where I'm going to be judging him. If he's still playing Rodriguez and Souček and Ward-Prowse as that midfield trio, then that's not on Sullivan. That's on
no. Yeah, it's down to the manager then.
Yeah. So people saying glad Souček stayed. Yeah, listen, this is Souček should be utilised in the right way. He's a good character to have in the club. Use him as a plan B off the bench. He'll cause people problems. You know.
I think out of the midfielders, Dan, I'd rather see him start.
Well, yeah. To be fair, with the right players around him. Why does Potter rate James Ward-Prowse and Rodriguez more than Potts? No idea. Absolutely no idea, mate. It's a mystery.
Yeah.
Absolutely baffling.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. You know, this is the thing. People are talking about January. Oh, we have money for January now. We've heard it time and time again. You know, Sean, the mouthpiece of David Sullivan, is going to go, West Ham are finding it hard to do business in January. You know, it's a hard time to sign players. And
I can't see, Dan. I can't see, right? And this is the thing that starts to annoy me about these people, yeah. These mouthpieces of Sullivan. What happened to the £70 million we had in January to sign Durant? What happened to it?
Yeah. Exactly.
Where has that gone? You know what I mean? Like we had £70 million apparently to sign on a forward with. We've absolutely spent no money on forwards, right? We've cleared out a load of money. We've sold Kudus for 55 million quid. Yeah. Last season we sold Rice for 105 million quid. Yeah. That's 170 million quid in, or 160 million quid in. Sorry. We bid 70 million pounds for a forward in January. Didn't come about, right? And then we've just had to sell to buy with the Kudus money, pretty much subsidising everything else. What happened to that other 50 million pounds that we should have been going out today and spending money on to sort of bolster out our squad? And on top of the wages we've saved, the wages is a massive one. Like the amount of players we've let go that were on decent money, the likes of Mikel Antonio, the likes of Lucas Fabianski, the likes of Aaron Cresswell, who have been here for a long time and have built into a good salary. You know what I mean? Where is there? Aguerd would have been on good money. Today we've let him go. Alvarez would have been superb money, you know, and we've let him go. So where has all of this money gone? Where's it gone?
Yeah,
it's just disappeared into thin air, into PSR rules or whatever. Profit sustainability nonsense. This is absolute fucking nonsense.
Yeah, you know, I fully agree, mate. Yes, Irving stayed, mate. I completely agree, and I think it's like people are saying, asset stripping, because you know it's a more palatable sale when you can say, look how low the wages are that you're inheriting when you buy this club. Like I think there is something to Sullivan potentially having enough and selling the club. He knows he's despised by the entire fan base, and you know maybe he's had enough and it's time to sell. And I hope that these rumors are true.
It is time to sell.
It was time to sell.
It was time to sell about 10 years ago, to be honest.
Yeah, it was. He's well overstayed his welcome. And I'm hoping that is the silver lining, that all of this, you know, stripping off the wages and keeping the costs down and not spending is down to selling the club. And what he's done here is what he thinks is the bare minimum to keep us in the Premier League, because he wants to sell us as a Premier League club. That's where the value is. You know? That's the problem. So, yeah, we'll just have to see how it pans out, mate. We'll see how it all pans out. The big thing in everyone's celebrating and saying, or not celebrating, but laughing, because we've signed Igor, which has stopped Gahey going to Liverpool. That's another own goal for me, because I want to see Liverpool win the league over Arsenal, and we've just weakened Liverpool.
Oh, no, looks like the Gahey deal went through, I think.
What?
It looked like that Gahey deal he's got till 9 o'clock to go through.
Yeah, apparently, I don't know. I just see a thing from Ornstein saying they've stopped it. Like the Palace have put a stop
They've
to
just
it.
completely given up.
Yeah, because they didn't get the
Mate,
replacement
to
because
be
we
honest with you,
nicked
Dan,
their replacement.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
What's that?
Yeah, but to be honest with you, mate, I don't give a shit who wins the league. We're not winning the league, so who gives a
I
shit either
do.
way? I don't care if Arsenal win it. I don't care if Man United win it. I don't care if Man City win it. No, it's not nothing. You know, we needed that replacement. Fuck it.
But we didn't. We didn't need. It's not good enough. We didn't need to sign him when there's other options. That's the point. We've signed a player that we haven't signed to. We've signed him to just be a backup. We've signed him to be a body. That's all he is. That's all we've signed him for, a body. When we could have signed someone that has a genuine chance of starting.
I don't.
You know.
Honestly, mate, I know you've got your own feelings and all that. I don't give a shit if he signs for Liverpool or not. I don't care. Don't matter to me. No matter to me whatsoever.
Well, it matters to me, but you're missing the grander point of what I'm saying is that
I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like,
Igor's not the best for us. It's not like it benefits West Ham. Like we've like if we say it was a really good player, right, that we took away from him. Say it was Charlie Creswell, right, and Charlie Creswell was going to Palace, and we've nicked him off Palace, and that stopped Gahey going. Then I wouldn't be bothered because we've signed the best possible option that we could have signed, but we didn't. We've just signed a body. That's it. We've stopped Gahey going to sign numbers. That's all we've got.
But you must have said about him if Palace were trying to sign him.
No, but Palace were desperate. Palace were desperate because look how late in the window it is, deadline day. Oh, who can we get? Shit, loan.
Yeah.
They weren't sitting there going, right, you know, they were forced into a corner to sign. Remember, this is Brighton's 5th choice centre-back. Has he got something about him that he can't fucking get in to start for Brighton? Or even be like their 3rd choice? Like 5th choice.
Yeah, I don't know.
And people
are. No idea.
And he's just going to magically be this world beater for us. Like I said, Dawson, because of Dawson, I'll always hold out a little hope. But we can't just think that because Dawson was good, every player that we think is shit is going to be a world beater for us, right? It don't work like that. Those are very few and far between. You know, we had, when we signed Hugill, right? And I was slating the Hugill sign. Everyone was like, give him a chance, get behind him. He could turn good. He didn't come good. It was terrible signing, overpaid. Those are few and far between. God. Watch the chat Gio had with a Brighton fan about Igor. He's slow and trying to turn a tanker. Yeah, I had a chat on the way back from Manchester with mate Maz, Brighton fan. And he was telling me, like, mate, like, he's like, I'm glad, like, some Brighton fans are like, why are we strengthening Palace? Like, we're weakening Palace by selling him to Igor to them.
Yeah.
Like, that's the last thing we need. Like, look, if he's good in the air and can fucking head a ball, then maybe that gives us something decent on set pieces. But the thing is, Nick, though, we're all talking about this. We might not even get Igor over the line. They've signed an extension, but it's not done yet. So we might not even get him.
It's not done yet. No.
We might not even get that much.
Yeah.
So
no. Well, if we don't, we're in trouble.
Mark says he probably looked decent at Fiorentina because he had Mikulenkovic next to him. Oh, mate, imagine playing him in that shamble of a back 3. God, we are. That's the thing. He's not good in the air. Brilliant. Another one. Oh, what a.
So all we've got is Mavropanos.
Yeah, Mavropanos has to be one of the first names on the team sheet. He has to be. I know. Would you believe we'd be saying that like a year ago? Could you imagine that?
No, mate. No, definitely not. I didn't want to. I never wanted to see that guy play for my football club again. I said it several times.
Oh, I can't believe the words just came out of my mouth.
As our times, you know, that's what happens when you're desperate. But I think I'm losing you a little bit, Dan. I might have to log off. I'm going down the motorway.
All right. Well, listen. All right, well, look, let's
Hello?
wrap this up. We're going to be back. We're going to do a season predictions this week. We're going to do a transfer window ratings. Nikki's going to be back with the call-in show. So if you want to get your say on the transfer window, you can tomorrow. So that should be there probably about 7, 8 o'clock. I'll confirm with Nick. So listen, leave a like on the video on your way out. It greatly helps us. And yeah, you can leave a comment if you want to have your say in the comments down below. I'll be reading the comments after the video is signed. So if you didn't get a comment read out and you've got a question or anything, comment after the video's gone live, right? So listen, thank you all for watching. I know I moan a lot, but it's not all doom and gloom. Let's hope we keep Somerville fit, keep Fernandez fit, and we could be a better team to watch if Potter sticks to that back four. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. One thing left to say. Come on, you Irons.